We're continuing in Mishlei Perek Chavbet Pasuk Chavav. Al tehi betokechaf ba'oravim masaot. Don't be the ones that give handshakes to guarantee debts. And the next pasuk continues with this. Im en lecha leshalem, because if you don't have anything to pay back that debt, why are you going to be guaranteeing the debt? Lama lo yikach mishkavecha mitachtecha. You're going to be taking the bed from under you. Why are you? There's a debt between a lender and a borrower, and so the borrower is going to have to pay back to the lender. So now he said, well, you need a guarantor. So okay, I'll get my friend to sign. But if you're going to sign as a guarantor, hey, you're going to be stuck with the bill. You could be stuck with the bill. Why are you going to sign if you can't afford to pay that loan back? It's going to be taking your bed from under you. That's what the pasuk says. So, because number one, the general pshat is because a arev kablan. We spoke about this before. That a guarantor in the level of arev kablan. There's two types of guarantors. A regular guarantor is, well, you still go to the borrower or the guarantor. And arev kablan is you go to the guarantor first, and he has to pay and you could even take the clothes off of his back. You could even take from the guarantor. So what are you going to do? They can take your bed if you can't do it. And a deeper explanation, says the Gaon Mevilna, is this is referring to a person. We're learning Masechet Nedarim in our Gemara shiur. A person that makes a neder, and a neder that he can't handle. Here's talking about a guy who takes on as an arev, as a guarantor that he can't handle. So if a person makes a neder on himself that he can't handle, like a neder, I'm going to finish, this masechet by the end of the year. Or a neder, and it's too much for him. What's going to happen? And I don't think we saw this yet in the Gemara, but he says a quote maybe from the Gemara from Chazal: "Ba'avon nedarim, ishto shel adam meta lo alenu." This because of the sin of nedarim. That if a person violates nedarim, a person's wife could pass away. So that's what it says over here. Don't make nedarim that you can't handle. Like I neder, I'm going to come to shul every day. If that you can't handle that, the chas v'shalom, yikach mishkavecha mitatecha, your bed will be taken under you, referring to a person's wife, as the Gaon Mevilna says, chas v'shalom. Al taseh gevul olam asher asu avotecha. The next pasuk, don't move the boundary stone that was done by your fathers. Back in the day, people had lands, and in between lands, they would put big stones. That was one of the ways, or different trees, but big stones to put in between lands. So don't move the boundary stones that your fathers made. So meaning he said, oh no, really it was like this much, it was that much. So that's a general explanation for pshat. Don't move boundaries. If that was the boundary, don't play around with things and say, well, according to this, it should be this. And this is on a deeper level referring to a person's minhagim and a person's avodat Hashem. Go in the derech Hashem. Your father, it was good for your father. Continue on the same path. At least on the same path with that. Don't say, he didn't know. He's from the old timers and this and that. Let me forge my new path. They knew, they were good, they were fine, they were doing the Torah and mitzvot. Keep on at least with that. And the last pasuk, this is the last pasuk of Perek Chavbet. Chazita ish mahir b'mlachto. If you see a person who's fast in his work, lifnei melachim mityatzeh. This type of person will stand beside the kings, a good worker, a strong worker. Bal tyatzeh lifnei chashuchim. He won't stand with the dark people, meaning with the people that they're in the dark, they don't do anything, they're lazy, they don't do much. So this is just a chizuk for working hard. And when a person works hard, there is that reward. And here he says chashuchim is referring to people that are chashuch, dark from Torah and mitzvot. And here it's talking about a person that's mahir b'mlachto, quick in his melacha of avodat Hashem. And if you're quick in your melacha of avodat Hashem, you're going to stand beside the king. And if you're not quick, chas v'shalom, you can sit beside the people that are in the dark of Torah, in the dark of mitzvot. So let's strengthen ourselves with Hashem to take upon ourselves what we're able to handle, to remember to go in your father's ways at least, and enhance your father's ways and not change from your father's ways. And Be'ezrat Hashem, let us be quick in our melacha of avodat Hashem. Amen. Amen. Chazak ubaru.